Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Chill English Podcast. I'm Brian.
And I'm Lily. We're so happy you're here with us today. How's it going, Brian?
Not bad. But I have a little confession to make.
Ooh, confession time already? We're just starting. What's going on?
I checked my phone 72 times yesterday.
Seriously?
Yep, my screen time report said I spent almost 6 hours on my phone. And honestly, I don't even remember doing anything important.
Wow, that sounds familiar. You're definitely not alone. I think a lot of us are glued to our phones without even noticing it. Scrolling, tapping, checking, switching apps, over and over again.
Exactly. And that's why today's episode is so important. We're talking about why you can't stop checking your phone and how to break free.
If you're listening to this episode on your phone right now, hey, we're not judging, but you might want to keep listening.
Yep, because we're going to explore why we're so addicted to our phones, what it's doing to our brains and emotions, and how to finally take back control without throwing your phone into the ocean.
Although, throwing it in the ocean might be a little dramatic and expensive.
True. So instead, we'll share some real, simple strategies that actually work. And don't worry, we'll keep it fun, light, and honest.
Also, for our English learners out there, we'll have a short vocabulary time section later in the episode with useful words and phrases. So stay tuned.
And here's a quick question to start with. How many times do you think you check your phone in a day? Take a guess.
If you're like most people, it might be more than 90 times. Yep, that's not a joke.
So, if you're ready to break free, or at least think about breaking free, grab a cup of tea, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, so, why can't we stop checking our phones? I mean, we all know it's a bit much, but we still do it.
Good question. The truth is, it's not just about bad habits. It's about how our brains work and how our phones are designed to keep us hooked.
Yes, the famous dopamine hit, right?
Exactly. Every time we get a new message, a like, or a notification, our brain releases dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical. It's like getting a little reward.
So basically, our phones are like candy, but for our brains.
That's a great way to put it. And the more we get that reward, the more we want it. That's how habits are formed.
And then there's FOMO, fear of missing out. You see a new post, or a trending video, or someone going on vacation while you're in your pajamas.
Eating cereal at 11 p.m., wondering what you're doing with your life.
Exactly. We feel this need to stay connected, to not miss anything important or exciting.
Also, many apps are designed to be addictive. The infinite scroll on TikTok or Instagram, for example, you never reach the end.
And don't forget notifications. Those little red dots make us feel like we have to check right away, even if it's just a meme from your cousin.
Or a group chat you forgot you were in.
Right? So between the brain chemistry, app design, and our own habits, it's no surprise we keep checking our phones.
Let's not forget one more thing, boredom. Sometimes we pick up the phone just because there's nothing else going on.
That's me in every elevator, or waiting in line, or even watching TV. I'm on my phone while watching something.
That's called second screening, and it's super common. We're multitasking with our attention all the time, which actually makes us less focused.
So to sum it up, our brain loves rewards. We're scared of missing out. Apps are designed to keep us engaged, and we're just plain bored sometimes.
All of that adds up to a serious digital habit. But don't worry, we're not here to make you feel guilty.
Nope, we've been there too. And the good news is, once you understand why it happens, you can start to take control.
That's what we'll talk about next. How this habit affects your life, and why it might be time to take a little step back.
Alright, we've talked about why we're glued to our phones, but now, let's get real. What is it actually doing to us?
Yeah, this part might surprise some people. The effects of phone addiction aren't just about wasting time. It goes deeper than that.
Totally. Let's start with the obvious one, mental health. Studies have shown that too much phone use, especially social media, can increase feelings of anxiety, stress, and depression.
Right. It's that comparison game. You scroll and see people living their perfect lives, and suddenly you feel like you're not good enough.
When in reality, they probably took 27 photos to get that one good selfie.
Exactly. But your brain doesn't always see it that way. It sees those images and thinks, why isn't my life like that?
And that's exhausting. It's like emotional burnout from something we voluntarily use.
Then there's sleep. So many of us check our phones right before bed and sometimes even in the middle of the night.
Guilty. Sometimes I tell myself, I'll just scroll for 5 minutes, and next thing I know, it's been an hour.
Yep. That blue light from screens can mess with your melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. So you fall asleep later and feel more tired the next day.
And then you need coffee and check your phone again first thing in the morning. It's like a cycle.
A bad cycle. Let's not forget the physical side too. Ever heard of text neck?
Oh yeah, when you bend your head down for too long and end up with neck and shoulder pain.
And don't forget eye strain, dry eyes, and even headaches from too much screen time.
Our bodies weren't made to stare at screens all day, but somehow we do it without thinking.
Also, let's talk about relationships. Have you ever had dinner with someone and they're just staring at their phone the whole time?
Yes, or when you're talking and they say, "Wait, what did you say?" because they weren't really listening.
Phones are amazing tools, but they can also disconnect us from the people right in front of us.
So let's recap. Too much phone time can make us anxious or depressed, ruin our sleep, cause physical pain, hurt our relationships, and steal our time and focus.
Sounds serious, right? But the good news is we can do something about it.
Exactly. In the next part, we'll share practical tips to help you break free, set healthy boundaries, and take back control.
So don't go anywhere, unless it's to take a break from your phone.
Okay, before we dive into solutions, let's take a moment to ask a simple question. Am I addicted to my phone?
Ooh, tough question, but a super important one. And don't worry, we're not here to judge you. In fact, let's turn this into a fun little quiz.
Yep, we're calling it the phone habit self-check. So listeners, grab a pen or just count on your fingers. Ready?
Here we go. First question. Do you check your phone first thing in the morning even before getting out of bed?
If that's a yes, you're not alone. But that's sign number 1.
Next. Do you feel anxious or uncomfortable when you don't have your phone with you? Like if you forget it at home or the battery dies?
Ugh, I once left my phone at home and felt like I was missing a part of my body all day.
Third question. Do you use your phone during meals or conversations? Maybe while talking to a friend or even watching TV?
Multitasking, but also a little bit of a red flag.
Okay, next one. Do you often switch between apps with no real reason? Just tapping and scrolling out of habit?
Like going from Instagram to TikTok to YouTube, and then back to Instagram again.
Exactly. Last one. Have you ever caught yourself checking your phone real quick and then losing 30 minutes without noticing?
Oh no, not me. Every single day.
All right, listeners. How many did you say yes to? If it's 1 or 2, you might just need to set a few limits. If it's 3 or more, your phone might be controlling you more than you think.
But don't panic. Awareness is the first step. Knowing your patterns is the key to changing them.
And remember, almost everyone struggles with this. You're not broken, lazy, or weird. You're just human in the digital age.
Beautifully said. In the next part, we'll talk about how to break free with simple tips that won't make you throw your phone out the window.
Unless you want to. But again, we don't recommend it.
Okay, so we've talked about why we can't stop checking our phones, what it's doing to our minds, and even some signs we might be a little, well, addicted.
A little? Speak for yourself, Brian. I took that self-check and scored 5 out of 5.
Hey, No judgment here. Most of us are in the same boat. The good news is, we can do something about it.
Right. And no, we're not suggesting you toss your phone into the ocean and live in a cave.
Although, a digital detox in the mountains does sound tempting.
Maybe one day. But for now, let's focus on some simple, realistic tips. Nothing extreme, just small changes that can make a big difference.
Cool. Let's start with this one. Try not to start or end your day on your phone. That first and last hour of your day, guard it like gold.
Yeah, don't let the first thing you see be emails, news, or TikTok drama. And at night, put the phone down before bed. Your brain will thank you.
I actually bought a real alarm clock just to avoid using my phone in bed.
Look at you. Old school. Next tip, set app time limits. A lot of phones have built-in screen time tools. Use them.
Totally. I gave myself a 45-minute limit for social media, and the first time I hit it in the morning, I was like, wait, already? It was a wake-up call.
Here's another one. Create no phone zones. Like the dinner table, your desk while working, or even the bathroom. Yeah, we said it.
Hey, guilty as charged. But seriously, giving certain spaces a break from screens can really help you be more present.
What about this? Try a phone-free hour every day. Just 1 hour. Put it in another room and do something else.
Yeah, I started doing this in the evening. No phone after 8:30. I read or go for a walk. It's weirdly refreshing.
And if you're thinking, what if I miss something important? Relax. The world will still be there in an hour.
This next one helped me a lot. Turn off non-essential notifications. Do you really need to know every time someone likes your post?
Nope. The less your phone buzzes, the less you feel the urge to check it. Silence is golden. Remember?
Here's a tip I love. Before picking up your phone, ask yourself, why? What are you hoping to get from it?
Boredom? Stress? Just habit? That tiny pause before unlocking your screen can change everything.
And finally, this is important, replace, don't just remove. If you're using your phone less, find something fun or calming to fill that space.
Like journaling, calling a friend, painting, or just taking a nap.
Best productivity hack ever. But seriously, the point isn't to suffer. It's to create more moments that actually feel good.
So don't try to change everything overnight. Start with one small step. Stick with it. Then add another when you're ready.
You don't have to be perfect, just present.
Ooh, love that one. Can we get that on a mug?
Only if we can design it without checking our phones every 5 minutes. All right, friends, it's that time again.
Time to open up your learning journal. It's vocabulary time.
Let's break down some key words and phrases we use today. These will help you better understand this episode and improve your everyday English. Ready?
Let's go. Okay, first word, addiction. It means when your brain or body feels like it needs something so much you can't stop, even if it's not good for you.
Like phone addiction, right? You know you're checking too much, but you can't help it.
Exactly. Addiction can be to things like smoking, sugar, or even scrolling.
Next one, dopamine. It's a chemical in your brain that makes you feel happy or excited.
When you get a message or a like, your brain gives you a little dopamine hit. That's why phones can feel so rewarding.
But too much dopamine from little things can mess with your motivation for bigger things, like finishing a project or studying.
You've probably heard this one, screen time. It means the amount of time you spend looking at screens, like phones, tablets, computers, TVs.
Apps can track your screen time every day. Mine told me I was using my phone over 5 hours a day last week.
Oof. At least you're being honest.
All right, distraction. It's anything that pulls your attention away from what you should be doing.
Like when you're writing an email, then suddenly watching cat videos. Yep, that's a distraction.
And phones are full of them. Notifications, messages, games, it's nonstop.
This is one of my favorite words, mindfulness. It means being present in the moment, really noticing what you're doing, feeling, or thinking.
When you eat mindfully, you taste your food more. When you scroll mindlessly, well, an hour disappears.
Practicing mindfulness can help you use your phone more wisely.
And the last one, habit loop. It's a cycle that repeats. Something triggers you, you take an action, and you get a reward.
Like this, you hear your phone buzz. Trigger. You check it. Action. And you feel good because there's a new message. Reward. That loop repeats again and again.
But if we understand our habit loops, we can change them and create healthier ones.
And that's your vocabulary time for today. Let's review really quickly.
Sure, here we go. Addiction, dopamine, screen time, distraction, mindfulness, habit loop.
Try using these words in your daily life or even in a journal entry about your phone habits.
And remember, learning new words is one thing. Using them is where the magic happens.
Love that. All right, ready to wrap it all up in our final thoughts?
Let's do it. Well, Lily, we've covered a lot today about why we can't stop checking our phones and how to break free.
Yeah, it's not easy, but just knowing the signs and understanding our habits is a huge first step.
Totally. Remember, it's all about small changes, not trying to quit cold turkey and feel overwhelmed.
Exactly. So here's a little challenge for our listeners. Tomorrow morning, try this. Don't check your phone for the first 30 minutes after you wake up.
Oh, that's a good one. Give your brain a calm start before the notifications take over.
And maybe use that time to stretch, have a healthy breakfast, or just breathe deeply.
Little wins like this add up. Before you know it, you're in control of your phone, not the other way around.
Also, to help you practice what we talked about, we've prepared a free PDF with today's key points, vocabulary, and the challenge.
You can download it from the link in the episode description. It's a great way to keep learning and stay motivated.
If you try the challenge or use the PDF, let us know. Share your story on social media or in the comments.
And if you liked today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with friends who might need it.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Take care of your mind, and we'll catch you next time on Chill English Podcast.
See you soon. And remember, small steps lead to big changes. Bye.
Bye.